Welcome to Narrative Strokes. Today's video is a Halloween special, and I will be reading 5 creepiest micropastas on the internet, all combined in this one video. Make sure to tell me which pasta was your favorite. Let's get started. There was a hunter in the woods who, after a long day hunting, found himself in the middle of an immense forest. It was getting dark, and having lost his bearings, he decided to head in one direction until he was clear of the increasingly oppressive foliage. After what seemed like hours, he came across a cabin in a small clearing. Realizing how dark it had grown, he decided to see if he could stay there for the night. He approached and found the door ajar. Nobody was inside. The hunter flopped down on the single bed, deciding to explain himself to the owner in the morning. As he looked around the inside of the cabin, he was surprised to see the walls adorned by several portraits, all painted in incredible detail. Without exception, they appeared to be staring down at him, their features twisted into looks of hatred and malice. Staring back, he grew increasingly uncomfortable. Making a concerted effort to ignore the many hateful faces, he turned to face the wall, and exhausted, he fell into a restless sleep. The next morning, the hunter awoke. He turned, blinking in unexpected sunlight. Looking up, he discovered that the cabin had no portraits, only windows.
I can't help it, Doctor. They're freaking everywhere. Nobody knows but me.
Knows what, Larry?
About the demons. They're everywhere.
Tell me about the demons, Larry. What do they look like?
Leathery, shiny black skin, spindly limbs with single claws for feet, wings like reaper's cloth, and the eyes.
The man on the couch shudders. What's wrong with their eyes, Larry?
They're huge. They take up half of the face. They don't even look like eyes. They're like a million eyes clumped together, and they're red.
Okay, enough about what they look like. What makes them so terrifying to you personally? Do the demons have an attraction to you? What is it you don't like about them?
Well, I know all kinds of things about them. They go into graveyards and crawl into the earth and feast on the flesh of corpses at night. They get into food and poison it with their own vomit. They eat rotting carcasses of animals right off the side of the roads. They float around people who don't notice them, and they pop their claws into their flesh and inject them with disease and rot and all the pain of all the corpses they've fed on before. They're disgusting, loathsome creatures and...
Okay, Larry. Now tell me where you see these demons.
Everywhere. In the park, they hover in the air behind families, and the people don't even see them. Then they pop their claws into their flesh, and they inject disease and...
Okay, Larry. You've said that before. Now I'll need to see you twice a week from now on. Are Wednesdays and Fridays good for you? Larry nods as he is led out the door by 2 escorts in white. When it opens again, the psychiatrist's secretary walks in. Did you find out why that schizophrenic won't eat anything? Yes. I'm afraid he'll have to be force-fed for a while longer, though. He thinks demons are everywhere, poisoning food. We're going to have to find a way to get rid of his pteronarcophobia. Tero what? The fear of flies. Kelly came back today. It has been 3 years and everyone was so excited to see her again. My wife hugged her tightly, tears streaming from her face. Our little girl was home again. She looked just like I remembered. Her long, wavy brown hair, emerald green eyes, and that little mole on the left side of her neck. People always said she looked just like me. Her mother had left her room just the way it was too. She said that she didn't want Kelly to feel like she was gone to us. A little dusting and you wouldn't have known it had been empty all this time. My wife doted on our little girl all night long. She prepared her favorite meal, meatloaf. The house was filled with laughter again, as my wife and daughter joked about. Once dinner was done, a bath was drawn for her so that she could wash the grime off the world from her body. Kelly recalled to us all where she had been for the last 3 years. She spoke of waking up in a forest, not knowing how she got there, and finding her way home. Apparently, she woke up in a place she had never been, and the journey became longer and more difficult every day. She told her mother that all she thought about was getting back home. Kelly said it was the one driving force that kept her alive. She gave me the tightest hug just before bed and said, "I love you, Daddy." My wife slept next to our 15-year-old for the first time since she was 6 last night. She didn't want to leave her side. I sat alone in my room that night, pondering the events of the day. I racked my brain trying to make sense of it all. I had to talk with my wife, but I wasn't sure what to say. I couldn't understand why she was acting this way, and I was afraid that if I sat her down, it could devastate her. How do I tell her that the girl in our house isn't Kelly? I know she acts like her and looks like a slightly older version of her, but leukemia took her when she was 12. I used all natural, authentic materials. I got in touch with a hunter and taxidermist to make sure everything was pure. The fur was real brown bear fur. The stuffing was woven from even more fur from the same bear. The more delicate parts had to be preserved, but it was necessary for conserving the authenticity of the piece. To make it feel more real, I used the skin from the bear as the body of the doll and used a makeshift skeleton fashioned from its bones to hold the arms and legs in place from inside. To make it look authentic, I used the eyes of the bear and added teeny tiny claws clipped from the bear's paws. The nose was difficult, but doable once I reduced its size. That was kind of a bloody mess, but it was worth it. Mariella is happy, overjoyed, in fact, with the toy I made for her. Of course, she will never understand the lengths I go to make her happy like this. But I don't think there's any better feeling in the world than the appreciation of your only kid. I just hope she shows the same admiration for the baby doll I'm making for her. Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Isn't it so nice out? Come in, come in. I haven't had company for so long. Oh, you're not supposed to go into the homes of strangers. Don't worry, I'm safe. I won't do anything. Cross my heart. All right. Feel free to sit anywhere. Would you like some tea? Cookies, maybe? No? Right. You came for candy? Can't blame you. It is Halloween after all. Before I give you any, I'll tell you a story. Once, there was an ordinary little girl like any other. She loved Halloween because of the candy, like everyone else. She was also very, very foolish. On one fateful Halloween night, much like this one, she knocked on the door of a couple who had just moved into that area and said the usual trick-or-treat thing that every child said. They invited her in, saying that she'd get candy and that they were perfectly safe. She went in. What a mistake. When they sat her down and gave her some juice, she drank it instantly. After a couple minutes, she started to feel woozy. Then, blackness started to flicker at the edges of her sight. Darkness spread its wings over her vision, and she blacked out. She never woke up again. Oh, don't look so afraid. I wasn't trying to scare you. Did I make all this up? Oh no, I could never make up anything that morbid. How do I know this? The little girl was me. My body was never found, and even I forget where it is now. All I know is that the couple that killed me died slowly and painfully. In fact, this is the very house where it happened. Now, run along, take your candy with you. Just don't be so trusting of people. Who knows what I could have done to you? Thank you for listening to today's story. If you enjoyed it, then comment down below and let me know what you think. I'll see you next time with another story. Until then, keep smiling and don't forget to like and subscribe.